like this shit.
Okay, there's the magic, folks. We're back at Patterson for week 3 of the playoffs. And so we're going to let Coach Kramer take it away and tell us about last week's game and how they're looking forward to this week's.
We had a good one against Winfield, really solid football team. It was exciting to go over there on the road and play a complete game. I feel like our defense stepped up big, made some great stops. Offense put the ball in the end zone, and we even had a kickoff return for a touchdown, got our special teams rolling. So it felt good to win on the road. Now we look forward to playing Union Parish, hosting them at home. It'll be a tough task. We know what we're up against, but we like our chances. We're having a great week of practice, preparing for this weather. So we're looking forward to the challenge and excited about playing at the Sugar Dome.
It was a little cold and wet down there. The field went too good, but we just went down there and do what we had to do.
This game was more about just fighting and just running the ball. I just had to do my assignment, just keep blocking, keep blocking.
Give us your thoughts.
They're a good team. They got a good running back. They're going to be doing their assignments, but we're going to have to do ours too. Just keep fighting until the fourth quarter.
Like you said, it's going to be a tough game, but I feel like I'm going to put trust in my people, and we just got to do our assignment.
Yeah, we're impressed with Union Parish on film. Obviously, everybody knows they've made some deep runs in the playoffs and made some state championship appearances. They're going to do what they do. We know that. They're big up front on both sides of the ball. They try and run it right at you with Trey Holly, so we got to be ready to stop that. On offense, we got to execute and just play our game.
Okay, well, in our last interview with the dynamic duo, Mr. Howard Kenshin and Kaylin Davis, we asked the big question, how did they meet? And they told us they were introduced to each other by their dads. So here we go. We're going to start off with Mr. Davis. He's going to introduce himself and then tell us how these two guys got together, and then we'll get with Mr. Kenshin to give his thoughts.
Hi, my name is Damon Davis Sr. Well, me and Lonnie Kitchen got up back in 1993, and he left me for a while. His 7th grade year. And yeah, around about his 10th grade year, he came back home, and I was happy to see him, and we was into it, football real heavy. And that was my running back. I was on defense, he was on offense. And we started kicking it from there. And we ran all the way from Morgan City, Patterson, all the way to Rain. And he was a good football player, so was I. And we never thought that our two kids would be together. And from there, they just been running up to school, and doing what they got to do.
I met Damon back in 97, 98. We became good friends during that time. We played football together. We knew each other previously from park ball and junior high football. We established a relationship and ever been friends ever since. Our kids are doing a wonderful job. They're picking up where we left off, and they have good communication with each other. I love the way they playing. Good leadership under Coach Kramer. He's doing a wonderful job with these kids and establishing a good ball club here at Patterson. But I'm thankful for the opportunity to see these young men develop and possibly go further and do something here spectacular for Patterson High School. Like I said, I enjoy seeing the game and just being around the students and helping out any way I can. But we look forward to this week's game, and it should be a good one. Just being friends. I mean, they were friends and they grew. Playing outside and stuff like that, spending time with each other. You need that type of relationship to be able to bring it on the field. And once you establish that, then it leads to other things and becomes something great. I graduated from Morgan City High School, like I say, 97, 98. I came from West Jeff High School in New Orleans, and we had some adversity in our family, so it brought us back here. So we thankful for the opportunity.
I graduated in '96. I was before Lonnie, and yeah, Morgan City High School, and from there, just seeing Kalen, growing up and doing what he do. He have a twin, and they work hard. They work hard. Whatever they want, I say do it. And they do what they have to do and consider whatever they want to do in life. So from that said, they got a big game coming up Friday, and I hope they are ready for it to the test. But other than that, it's good.
Well, we played a little hot seat with them last week, and we're going to do a little hot seat with you guys about them this week. So first question is going to be, what do you think their best subject is, and what do you think their worst subject is? And why do you think it's their worst, and why do you think it's their best?
I think for Kalen is his English. That's his best. And I think math is his worst.
And why you say that?
Because it's like he get in there, he try hard. He try hard for whatever it is. But he asks me or his mom. His mom is worse than bad in math too. But they ask me, and it come out right. But it's hard. It's hard knowing that I've been out of school for 10 years. So
Howard Kenshin, wild card. Let me tell you something. This kid surprises me all the time when I think that some of his grades need improvement. Next thing he turns around and says, "Dad, look at my report card," and I see it, and he's picked it up tremendously. He shocks me in ways, and I just think sometimes, like I told him, don't take anything for granted. Always do your best, and let that carry on. His grades, are pretty good. I'm shocked. Some things he asked me as far as math. I mean, it's been a while since been to school, so sometimes I gotta relate to his mom. Or our favorite thing is Google. I tell him Google, and he started laughing. So we Google, and we figure it out, and we get the question and get it right. So I tell him to check with his teachers, and hopefully, he comes to terms that the answer was correct. So, but I think he's doing a good job, and just tell him to continue the good work and just have a good work ethic, and in school and on and off the field as well.
All right. Next question. Both of them told us last week how hard they train. So we want to know, how hard did they really train? And do they sneak anything? They're both saying, they might fudge a little bit here or there, but do they stick to a diet? Tell us how hard they trained this summer.
Kalen Davis got a good work ethic. Kalen worked I was his coach since he was 5 years old, and until he got to junior high. Kalen, he works very hard. Other than his diet, he got a good diet. Drink water.
You said a gallon of water?
A gallon of water. And he eats. He's very picky. He don't eat pork chop. And so, other than that, salad, and don't want rice. He's a really healthy eater. better than me. Whatever I cook, he likes it, but if it's pork chop, I don't care how good it is, he will not touch it. Other than that, working out, 5 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the evening, they work out. Other than that, they will get their sleep. They will get their rest. I don't bother them unless I have to, but other than that, I'm not going to bother them.
Howard's work ethic is pretty good. I mean, he's been training. He's been doing this for a while now. He's been doing it since he's small. So I try not to press upon him, too much. I let him be Howard. I let him do his own thing, and I don't like to see him walk in my shadows. I was a good football player, so I tend him to make his own path. He's been doing a good job at that. So hopefully he continues on to be a great young man and a great athlete. As far as food, his biggest thing is snacks, candy and stuff like that, fruits. He does a lot of that and stuff like that. And he's pretty much old school from me and his mom, red beans and rice, pork chops, things that we put out, he tends to eat. And I think, he's been maintaining his weight, and he's a good size for a young kid. So.
Does he turn it up at the Thanksgiving table?
Yeah, his grandmother don't allow less. His grandmother, he's gonna eat what Miss Jerry say eat. So, she's gonna put it out there. He's gonna eat it.
All right, fellas, your turn. What's the one thing about your dad that inspires you and inspires you to do what you do?
Basically just the support that he give me. He always pushed me to be my best, and just preaching what I gotta do and how to handle my business every day.
Just going to the store and people telling me my dad was a great athlete, and that just pushed me to try to be as good as him or better.
Last week I asked y'all Beyonce or Rihanna. I'm going to ask you a question now about your dads. Beyonce or Janet Jackson?
He probably gonna pick Janet Jackson. Why? He old school. He don't know nothing about Beyonce like that.
I ain't gonna say too much because my mom, she gonna start the trip. But I'm gonna say Janet Jackson. I'm gonna say Janet Jackson too.
All right. Your son's got some pretty high aspirations to, get involved. A lot of social work with the homeless. What do you think about that?
Kalen is real. He's real compassionate when it comes down to people. It don't matter who it is, where he at. And I guess it took toll of him when we went to New Orleans, and he really seen the people that's under the bridge and how they sit there, and I had to tell him that that's where they stay, that's where they sleep at. And we was going to Florida, and he said they need a place to stay. So I guess it all stayed in the back of his head at the time when he seen that. So I think that's what it is. And he always said that he didn't like to see people stand outside. So
I believe we got to start from the parents, the households. Obviously, his dad has to be a good leader, and myself. So that trait kind of trickles down to the kids. So I always tell my son that you got to crawl before you walk. So somewhere down the line, you had to follow before you was in the lead.
Be here on Friday night is our own game. We're gonna fight. We're gonna try to make it to the 4th round. Try to make it to the Superdome too. We're gonna do the best we can, and we'll put on a show.
Man, all I can say is just stay tuned.
All right. Thank y'all. Thank you, gentlemen.